I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
At BP, we're putting words into action, making our strategy happen, growing our upstream rapidly and efficiently with seismic imaging tech. 6 discoveries in 2025, 2 in Egypt, 2 in Trinidad and Tobago, 1 each in the Gulf of America and Namibia, as part of plans to drill 40 wells globally by 2027, helping drive long-term shareholder value. Learn more at bp.com/strategy at work.
Welcome, everybody, to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on a Friday with JLP, Gina, and Shabooty, and George is out of pocket.
Yeah, George is took a sabbatical for a couple days from us.
Took a stress leave.
Yeah, Mariah had to, he had a gig or something.
Yeah, actually, Mariah does have a gig coming up, the iHeart Music Festival.
Oh, true. So where do you want to start on the topics? Well, okay, let me start with one thing. So I'm not going to name the account, but there's, how like on Facebook, there's always like clickbait accounts and shit, and they steal content. So I'm not going to like name the account. Our Patreon, if you really want to see it, I could possibly send it on Patreon. But there's some like account in, I don't know, on Facebook, when they basically like stole the photo of Gino and I hanging out.
Right.
And they like, they like photoshopped out my @shabooty.com watermark, and then they posted some bullshit on Facebook. And it says 90 Day Fiancé Revelation. Gino Palazzo, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Palazzo comes out as gay after social media storm, which is like some bullshit clickbait. Which I don't care if you want to do a clickbait on Gino, but then don't use the fucking photo of Gino and I hanging out. That's and erasing my fucking @ watermark. So that kind of pissed me off.
I mean, you got to be really dedicated and have ample time and leisure to clip art a picture. I mean, there's so many apps and different shit you got to use to erase a watermark, reconfigure the picture, do this, do that. So somebody was dedicated to getting under your skin. But you know what? We here on the podcast and Shabooty and crew, we really don't give a fuck what you think. So yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I did send it to Liz, and then she did get back to me, and she basically said, "What the fuck? I hate Facebook pages."
Oh, that's a Facebook. That's a Facebook tweet.
It's a Facebook account.
I thought it was somebody on Insta that did that.
No, it's one of those like clickbait Facebook accounts.
Who still uses Facebook?
Of like the same. It's like the same thing if like Paul's dead every day. Basically, it's one of those accounts.
Yeah. Anyway, so then Liz says Liz says she doesn't follow any like Facebook pages, but then she did follow up and ask if Gino was gay or not.
I mean, it if I had to speak on Gino and Tim, I would say Gino does act a little weirder than Tim for just the way he talks and his mannerisms.
I don't know. I mean, I hung out with him and like I didn't catch any like gay vibes.
No, you don't get but he's like more like awkward when
but like how he is on TV on the show and then how he was in person was like
okay,
different.
2 different personas. Okay.
Yeah, like on the show he seems like he doesn't have confidence, but in person
he's like goofy. Basically, they portray him as really goofy character on the show, right?
But in real life he's more confident stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing about these shows. You know, they script one thing and then the person in reality is another.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, that was just some bullshit clickbait. If the Patreon chat is really interested in seeing the photo that I'm talking about, I'm willing to post it on Patreon. But anyway, hit me up in the member chat. So let's get on to our real topics, which is, did you see the Other Way trailer?
No, I
Yes.
haven't seen. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the other way trailer. I didn't even know they were coming back with that.
Well, you need to do your homework, JLP.
I mean, I try to keep up. Remember, I'm the oldest one in the group, so I try to keep up as much as I can.
Well, like, okay, so we can talk about the ones that are the people you know that are coming back. So Jenny and Summit are coming back, and then Luke and Madeline are coming back.
You can imagine. The Colombian.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then the rest are all new people, like some dude in Aruba, and then somebody in France, I think.
France. Yeah.
England.
That'll be interesting to watch. But Jenny and Sumi again.
Yeah, and I guess the storyline is she moves into like the parents' house, and then the mom berates her again.
Oh, okay.
They're having financial issues.
So we're gonna go down that road again.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Well,
but yeah, for the next show, check out the trailer. I posted on Twitter and Instagram. It's my pinned post. It seems like people are excited for new blood, obviously.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to new victims. Victims.
Yeah, and then I hate on the trailer where it's like there's, so I guess it's like some blonde chick is dating some dude in Aruba, and then the dude in Aruba, his job is like he works on like
The yachts.
like one of those, I forget what it's called, like booze cruise.
Yes, that's what they called it.
Yeah, like he works on the booze cruise, so he gets everyone drunk and he's hanging out with chicks like as part of his job. So then the white woman, the American, I guess, is like all jealous of him, but that's part of his job is to be the guy on the booze cruise.
Didn't we do that already in Love in Paradise with the Jamaican guy that worked at the nudist resort?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that she had the baby with him. I forgot Sherlon and something. I forget her name. Yeah, their ratings are going down because they just keep wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, these shows survive mostly on new cast members, new storylines, different countries. A lot of people watch the show just to see visuals of other countries that they may never visit, like when they show Nigeria, or they show different
Aruba, France,
Aruba, Colombia, places that I haven't been to yet. You like to see that, so gives you a little bit of the culture, that kind of stuff. That's really interesting to watch. But if we already know where these people are from, it kind of just like the same cast members, it kind of drags it on. But we haven't been to Aruba yet, so that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, all I'll say is the other way was the worst the other way, so the other way has to be better.
Was that the one with the crazy, what was her name? That went to India.
Matilda?
The one that went to India, and
it was the one with like banana chip guy.
That was the other way we had with the crying game.
It wasn't was Statler on it or something?
I think Statler might have been on it, but that was definitely the crying game. What's her name? With they had the podcast also.
Tata.
They're so irrelevant that you forget their names.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the season with like, and I love Statler, but Statler was on it, and then banana chip guy, Tata, and then they had the guy, what's his name? The dude, the guy that
Brandon and the girl were on it also, right?
It was the guy. Well, the guy I'm trying to think of is the guy that I posted a photo of him working at Chick-fil-A in Hawaii.
He went to China.
China. And wasn't Brandon and his girlfriend also on there?
Who?
Brandon? Is his name Brandon? The ones that in Thailand. That had the baby that they keep scamming everybody.
They were previous seasons than that. Like they're older than that, I think. You're thinking of, I know you're talking, Brandon in like Philippines, right?
In the was it the Philippines? Yeah, the Philippines.
Josh and Lily. It was Josh and Lily.
Yeah, Josh and Lily.
James and Crybaby.
Yeah.
Corona and
I forgot
Corona.
About that. Yeah, see, we forgot all about these people because that's how
Joanne and Sean.
Yes. See how irrelevant they become?
Exactly. See, we're proving our point. Like we couldn't even remember. This is just the previous other way. It's not like we're talking about like 10 years ago or 10 seasons ago. We're literally
This
talking
was
about
like
the
last
previous other
year.
way. Yeah.
Listen, if the Shabooty podcast can't remember your name, you're not relevant.
Yeah. If
And
the
Harper.
oh.
Carper. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, right. So Carper was on it.
Yeah, he was like they were actually like half decent compared to everyone else on the season. But yeah, we literally forgot about everyone else. And this is like a podcast dedicated to every minutia details of the show, and we can't even remember half the cast. So anyway, that proves that that season was a bust. But hopefully, this new one will be good. We're optimistic. So anyway, yeah, Gina, do you have any any thoughts on the trailer?
Like Captain said, get to see like new places and new people,
Did,
and
did you
hopefully we don't.
did you see when Madeline like pushed? There's a scene where she shoves the cake in Luke's face or whatever.
Yes, I did. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be
What,
good.
you see what I mean? Rinse, wash, rinse, repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Angela put a cake in Michael's face?
Yeah.
Cake, drink, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I hope I'm not jinxing myself, but if the moons align, there's a percentage chance that I might meet Michael tomorrow, but we'll see.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Don't
hope that
jinx it.
I'm gonna hope the moons align.
True. But if I do go hang out with him, I gotta like doll myself up, meaning like I gotta go get a haircut. Like I can't because I can't be in a night. I can't be in a photo with Michael with like without a haircut and shit.
You're
You gotta look
handsome.
FTD. You gotta look fresh to death.
You're
Yeah,
handsome just the way you are, Shabooty.
yeah, but I gotta because I gotta pin it. If it's a good photo, I gotta pin it to my profile so some asshole on Facebook could then hide the watermark and say I'm gay or some shit. No, I'm
Yeah,
playing.
you live in rent free in people's heads. That's all that
Yeah.
says.
True. So that's like I don't want to jinx myself. So that could there's a possibility of that happening tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
If he's in town. And then let's go to the next topic. So apparently, we don't know what the girl looks like, but friend of the show, Statler, she has a new British 2.0 girlfriend. So it seems like she must have a type, but she announced she's in a relationship now.
Well, she stayed in Britain, so I guess she likes the British.
The Brits.
Yeah, she likes the Brits.
Um,
I wish her the best. I mean, she was. I'm gonna say 50-50 on her season. I wasn't really excited about her, but I didn't hate her. But
mhm,
I just I didn't really care because she always seemed like so down and everything. And
mhm,
now that we know that they make you act certain ways, so I'm not gonna blame her for it. But initially, I thought she was really a downer for her season, and it
mhm.
made Dempsey seem like the hero. You know.
Yeah. You didn't like her neuro spiciness?
I didn't. She wasn't even. Her neurodivergence didn't even have anything to do with it. She was just dry. Like always. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I don't. Like
Mhm,
always. But then we found out the truth behind that because you spilled the tea about how she found out that she was being cheated on and used, but had to continue to film. So that explains a lot.
True. But anyway, I wish her the best with the new chick.
I wish her the best.
Yeah, she always rolls with the punches of like when I post about her, she always finds my post funny. She never gets offended at anything.
Yeah. We like people with a sense of humor.
hmm So yeah, shout out to her. Let's see. Oh, okay. So then the next big story, it's not even that big of a story, but apparently like Sarper is fighting with Clayton, or I should say Clayton is fighting with Sarper. And somebody thought I was talking about Mina's son, Clayton. No, I'm talking about guinea pig boy.
Mina's son Clayton. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Okay, yeah, the French girl. No. So
Yeah.
Clayton has taken up a career now in stand-up comedy.
Like I wouldn't
He
even say
did before.
for Clayton, I wouldn't say it's much of a career, but for Sarper, it's definitely like a career.
I think for Sarper, it's more of a how do I get into the public eye in LA?
Well, yeah, I think for Sarper, it's like I'm hot on the TV show, so I'm able to fill seats. And if I'm able to fill seats and sell tickets, then I can, and I'm in LA, I can manage to be on tickets, like on bills, show bills with like,
Yeah,
top of the
but
line
My
comedians.
face will be more than just on TV, but like doing different things.
comedy is not the avenue you want to go to get your feet wet in the world. You want to try that out on a bunch of people first before you go public with it, because you can really bomb and end your career in one set.
Mhm. So if people don't know the controversy or whatever, and let me just say allegedly, but what the deal is, I guess, is so Sarper is allegedly being sued because he had hired like a head comedy writer or some woman, I guess, and anyway, for whatever reason, something went wrong with the business deal, so he's getting sued. But then it kind of the fact that the lawsuit came to light, it pointed out that he even has like a comedy writer, so everyone is kind of up in arms. But really, it's just one person up in arms, which is Clayton, who's like a fledgling open mic comic, and he doesn't like the fact that Sarper basically hired the big guns to help write all his material to.
When your company earns unlimited 2% cash back on all purchases with Capital One, that's serious business. So Steven at SandCloud got a serious business card, the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One.
We used our 2% cash back to help build our retail presence.
Savvy, Steven.
And we get big purchasing power, so our business can spend more and earn more.
The Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
That's what allowed him to be fairly funny these days on stand-up comedy circuit. So anyway, so Clayton is basically attacking Sarper, saying, "Yeah, you're fucking up the game. Like you're not a real comedian. You're basically just hired. You hired a gun to write all your material for you, and that's fucked up because that's not how a comedy should work. You should work on your craft and hone it and do it yourself, and don't have like some comedy writer." So basically, Clayton was giving Sarper shit, and they were going back and forth. And Sarper's like, "Man," basically Sarper saying like, "Who the fuck are you to even like bring my name up?"
I mean, if Clayton has a point. You can't be a comedian. You can't be an artist if you're not original. If you don't have your own comedy, you really can't hit it off as a comedian. A lot of good comedians, if you listen to them, they have stories that have actually happened to them that are funny, and that's what makes them good comedians. But when you got somebody penciling some shit up for you, it doesn't quite go across as well. And I'm going to give Clayton some points on that, but I would need to hear Clayton's comedy first.
Well, he did some like I'm assuming it was like open mic night, but he did some comedy on like the 90 Day Diaries, and like again, I don't want to even though he and I aren't friends, so I guess I'm gonna have to shit on him because I'm a kind of sort of comedy myself and have to be objective. But his comedy was like atrociously bad. Like it was something you'd see at like a like a 10th grade like talent show in high school or something.
But we saw Clayton on the show. What about Clayton on the show said comedian? What about him said comedian? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not a damn thing. And
not
like,
a damn thing said comedian about him. It's not people take that's just like singing. If you sing in the shower and you sound great, that doesn't mean you should go to open mic night and try to sing. I mean, you could do karaoke after a couple of shots of tequila and people will laugh about it, but you can't, go to an American Idol or something and think, you know what, I sound good in the shower. I'm going to try out for this shit.
Yeah, I mean, if one thing I will say, I mean, if Clayton, if he's just doing like an open mic where he's not really even getting paid for it, and he's just practicing his craft, that's kind of how you're supposed to do it. Versus like Sarper is charging people, obviously like mainstream comedy prices for material that he allegedly didn't write. So that's kind of what's going on.
But you know something? I think Sarper would be funny in his native language. If he was making if he was doing comedy in his Turkish language, I think he'd be funny because he does come across as a funny kind of guy. But
I mean, the one thing you have to give Sarper some credit in the sense of like anybody could write you material, but you still have to get on stage and you have to deliver it. You still have to deliver it.
Yeah, you have to sell it. And in a second language, that's kind of difficult because the punchlines they sound different in different languages. So you can easily miss the punchline and then your joke will go flat. But
Yes. So, like, yeah, it's definitely a interesting debate. So, and just for the record, so Sarper has me blocked, and then Clayton and I have each other blocked. So I guess that makes me pretty objective because like
I
everybody got
mean,
me blocked.
Clayton blocked me back in his during his season time. Remember, he ganged up. He was like, "Oh, first he was my friend, and then he found out that, of course, guilty by association, that I was down with Shabooty. That I
Mhm.
was down with Shabooty." He's like, "Oh, JLP. I thought she was cool, or they were cool, but they're down with Shabooty and Shabooty. This, and that. Boof! They gave me a block."
Yeah, so fuck Clayton. So anyway, if I'm gonna, I agree. Like, I agree that Sarper should like instead of like, because if he's only been doing comedy for a few months and he immediately hires like a professional comedian to like write off his material, I don't think that's the way to do it. You should like work on it. Though at the same time, it would take years and years and years to be really good. So he's definitely taking a shortcut. But at the end of the day, he does have a good stage presence and he is taking advantage of his 15 minutes of fame. So I'm not gonna like hate on him too much. So overall, I guess I'm edging towards being on the side of Sarper, but
I'm on the
overall,
side of Sarper having his material written. Maybe he's translating to them because remember, English is not his first language.
mhm,
So he would need somebody to help him with the delivery. Like, I can tell you a joke in Spanish, and if you
mhm,
understand Spanish, you'll laugh. But then if I say it in English, you're going to be like,
English, it gets lost in translation.
yeah. So it's lost in translation. So I'm going to say they're probably helping him because it's a second language thing, not as much
mhm.
as a funny thing, because he does have the ability, he does have that funny side of him. Like, we saw him when we see him all the time. He does make these little funny quirks and jokes and stuff like that. I don't know where they got the idea of they're putting on their flyers, "You're gonna laugh with your ass."
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess that's something. Instead of saying "laugh your ass off," he says, "You're gonna laugh with your
Yeah,
ass."
that's his one of his signature lines, I
Yeah,
guess.
so that means that it's a language barrier type of thing.
Hmm.
So maybe don't do comedy if you don't have a second language down pat.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that drama. Let us know in the chat or in the comments or in the Patreon which side you're on. So anyway, that's pretty much it for that. We'll see what develops beyond where the current T is on that. All right, so the next story is oh yeah, so basically I guess so on Sunday nights like Gino rushes home to watch the new episodes of 90 Day. And so anytime I guess of Happily Ever After, so anytime anytime Jasmine and Gino are on and then Jasmine says something stupid, Gino will run to Instagram and post like a rant kind of setting the record straight from his side. So he did just that. So let me read you what he wrote. I know this is going to sound like a broken record because it's like the same crap every week, but for the sake of filling a podcast, let me just read what he said. This is Gino talking. He says, "I just want to set the record straight. Jasmine mentioned on the show that I knew about Matt picking her up and taking her to the gym, and I agreed with this. This is completely false and not true. I never knew Matt was picking her up and taking her to the gym and would never agree to it. As a matter of fact, I didn't know Matt at all because this was happening 3 months before couples therapy, aka the last resort. This is when she refused to let me drive her to the gym, and she told me she was taking Ubers when in fact Matt was coming over and picking her up. I had no idea, and my bad for not walking out and checking. I didn't find out Matt was actually picking her up until after couples therapy and after we separated. I definitely wasn't happy when I eventually found out about this." Excuse me. Anyway, and rant. That's like the latest Gino rant.
The question, if like I'm sure he pays the credit card bill, like at that point
Hmm.
in time, Gina was paying the credit card bills because I don't know if you can have a credit card without a source of income, obviously, or maybe it's a joint credit card. But wouldn't the Uber transaction appear on his credit card bill? And if she's going to the gym every day, would it not appear like that would appear on his credit card bill if she's going like twice a day or once a day? Like if you're taking an Uber there and back, that's two rides on the same day.
Hmm. So you're saying what? That he should have noticed that there wasn't charges?
I mean,
Yeah, like I'm not taking like obviously I'm Team Gino, but I'm just saying like
Let's call a spade a spade. She was playing him. And he knew she was playing him because the only place she was, eager to go to all the time was the gym. You know, she wasn't trying to go to, ShopRite and get groceries, even though she says Gino wouldn't take me to the grocery store. He wouldn't take me this, but she could find an Uber to take her to the gym, but she couldn't find an Uber to take her to the grocery store. So her priorities are a little fucked up. But
yeah, she was going to the sausage store.
Yeah, she was going to the butcher. She was going to the butcher. Oh, Gino didn't help me file my kids' papers. Truth be told, all you need is a green card to petition your children. You don't even have to be a U.S. citizen. As long as you're a permanent resident with a green card, you can petition your children. So that was not on Gino's plate.
Yeah.
So she's using all of that to make Gino look like Gino was the bad guy. He gets that for going after that type of woman. You met her on a sugar baby site, and that's what happens.
The funny part, I mean, I've already posted this like back in the day on Instagram, but the funny part is when Gino found out about Jasmine being with Matt, I think one of the ways Gino found out about it was through, I think it was one of those things where uh Matt's girlfriend. I think I don't know the full detail. I'm trying to remember because I reported on T like a year ago and then I forget my own T. But like, so what another woman that was in play was Matt's ex-girlfriend. So I think Matt's ex-girlfriend is the one that found out about Jasmine and Matt. And then Matt's ex-girlfriend contacted Gino and filled in Gino. And that's how Gino found out about Jasmine cheating.
That was one of the girls that was supposed to be on a podcast with us, right?
No, I don't know if she's ever supposed to be on the podcast, but I was friends with her for a moment.
I'm thinking about the strippers that was supposed to.
Yeah, you're thinking of like. No, I'm not talking about Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm talking about Lindsay's not a civilian. I'm talking about a civilian person. Anyway, like, so Matt's ex, which is not Lindsay, some other woman, she's the one that kind of found out about like Matt and Jasmine, and then she contacted Gino, and I think that's kind of how Gino really found out about Jasmine cheating. And then I think like and anyway, so I think like then Gino started hanging out with this other chick, which was Matt's ex. And then they became fast friends. So then Gino was all of a sudden hanging out with Matt's ex and posting photos, but not really saying who.
Wait a minute. So you're saying they swapped? They kind of.
I'm not saying Gino fucked Matt's ex.
No, I'm not saying fuck, but I'm kind of saying like they swapped partners. Like you take Jasmine, I'll take your ex.
Like not a swap in the sense of like.
Not a swap in the sense of sex. Just like now I'm friends with your ex and you're fucking my ex.
Yeah. It was like it was like a swap like that. Like not
That doesn't sound normal in a relationship, but whatever. I'm not gonna be friends with nobody that has ever slept with my husband. You know?
I don't know, but no, it was a way for Gina to get back at Jasmine because all of a sudden Gino's hanging out with Matt's ex, and that's a way to get back at Matt too. So anyway, then that's when Gino was posting photos with this random woman, and no one knew who. Everyone was saying like, "Oh, this is Gino's date for the next season of Single Life," and that wasn't the case. It was basically Matt's ex. But it was it was a get back at Jasmine to say, hey, or get back at Matt, saying like, hey, I'm hanging out with your ex-girlfriend, Matt, while you're fucking my wife.
Here's the thing about that. If you have any issues in the bedroom, size or performance-wise, you have to be very cautious in using that as a get back because Jasmine can turn around and tell Matt, well, you know what? You don't have nothing to be jealous about him hanging out with your ex because XYZ in the bedroom, you know?
So yeah, I think it was more of like I think that was for like that was more for like social media, like
social media. But still, just in general, if I'm gonna get back at you and I'm not 100% in the bedroom, I'm not gonna use somebody you can give information about my performance to or my size. And that way, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna make me look bad because you're gonna be like, oh, well, he's trying to make you jealous, but he got a little pecker and he comes in 2 seconds. You know? Yeah, I
Yes.
hear you laughing, Gina. Yeah, that's what it is. So I don't know. It's all a conundrum actually right now. But that whole Gina, I feel like the whole putting the last resort before happily ever after, it kind of threw so many people off because everybody knows that she was pregnant, and now they're showing us the happily ever after.
Mhm.
So they're trying to justify her behavior. Like, okay, this is why Jasmine cheated and he kicked her out the house before she got pregnant. So she wasn't technically living with him. So it seems like a
Mhm.
justification for her behavior,
Yeah, I feel like the whole show is like,
like putting the cart before the horse.
yeah, the whole last resort therapist telling Jasmine to be in an open relationship. That's just some bullshit for the show.
Yes. And that's why I feel like they threw out the last resort first
Hmm.
and then happily ever after. So now we can say, oh, well, happily ever after. Oh, so this is what happened. Oh, so this is why this fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so he threw her out. So she was living with Matt when, he had already thrown her into the street. So yeah, she got pregnant, but they weren't together. Somebody's always going to say, but we were on a break, but they were broken up, but they weren't together. He threw her out to
Hmm.
justify her behavior because I think they're going to continue to use her
Of
on
Hmm.
course
on
they
on
are.
future shows, and she was taking a lot of heat for that pregnancy from social media, so they kind of like trying to clean up her.
They're trying to like whitewash
Clean up
her.
the
Yeah, they're trying to
PR, like a
clean up.
PR mess.
Lowe's knows that more projects mean more tools. For a limited time, new and existing MyLowe's Rewards credit card members can get 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more, in-store and online. Don't wait to get the things you need. Get special financing today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Now through August 27th, choose 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payments required. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Exactly, they're trying to clean up her rep and shove this shit down our throats to make us believe that it's all Gino's fault and that she really loved him. You see her crying and carrying on how she loved him and how she can't believe it, but we've
Mhm.
already seen the last resort.
Yeah, I mean, of course they're gonna keep her around. I mean,
Yeah, no, they're not done with her yet. That's one of their cash
Guinea
cows.
pigs.
There's one of their cash cows like Tim and the rest of those that they just keep reusing
mhm.
because they seem to be fan favorites. But TLC got to open up their eyes and see we're tired. We're really tired of these people's stories and their lives. We know everything about them that we need to know. We don't want to see them anymore. We want new people. We need
Mhm.
new blood.
True. So anyway, that was the Gino rants. Um, okay, so I should probably pull this up, but anyway, like Lydia filed for like
Leida,
separate. How do you
Leida,
pronounce it?
Leida.
Leida. Yeah, she filed for separation from her husband, and I actually was the first to report that finally. But then I think Sarcasm did like a more subsequent like report,
Yeah,
and
sarcasm was following the story very closely.
yeah, I guess they found like all the requests of her, like when you separate like, the assets and shit, how she
Right,
wants to
right.
split up the assets. So let me try to find their post. But anyway, yeah, this is Lydia and Eric Rosenbrook. If you're
I mean,
curious.
the only thing about their story that I'm just I'm not like is the baby. That part, if the baby wouldn't have died or anything like that, I would be
Hmm.
interested in their tea. But their story kind of like gives me the like
Yeah,
creep.
it's a little
Yeah,
too
it's a little
dark.
morbid. It's a little dark because a child lost their life. We don't know how exactly yet, but there's still that's still a fact. And that's kind of drawing onto the morbid side of what we're gonna find out, you know, in the future about these people, and we're reporting about them, and then God forbid, we find out that the baby's death was one of their faults.
Hmm.
It's gonna make
Yes.
us feel like, oh shit.
Hmm. All right. Well, I'm just gonna go through. I won't spend too much time on this, but Lady, whatever, however this
Later.
Leida. This here, I'll just go through some of the things from the separation that she's asking for. So she's asking for $7,000 a month for spousal support, to begin in September of 2025. Isn't $7,000 a month a lot for somebody like Eric? I don't know. Eric he permanently gives up the right to receive maintenance and understands that by giving up maintenance at this time, may never ask for maintenance. I don't really understand the maintenance part. Leida will receive all the household items listed in the filing, including furniture, table, lamp, dining table, chairs, washing machine, dryer, electronics, TV. Leida keeps a 2018 Audi A6. Eric keeps a 2011 Chevy Suburban and the 2022 Corvette. Leida will be the sole owner of For All People LLC. Leida will receive a Roth IRA. Leida takes ownership of a Wells Fargo business checking account. Eric takes ownership of Wells Fargo personal banking account. Leida will receive the couple's house in Arkdale. The couple's debts and liabilities include
It's not like Leida was getting everything.
I know, right? This is what she's asking for. I don't know if she's actually gonna get all this shit, but anyway, a couple's debts and liabilities include $110,000 left on their mortgage, $47,000 in car loans, plus $54,000 in other loans. Credit card debts listed in the following total 33,000. Leida proposes an even split of all debts except for a 6,500 loan listed under other. So that's basically what she's asking for. Yeah, they're real messy and yeah, they're very dark. So it is like beyond.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of financial entanglement there. Probably a lot of bills started coming up because of her. She was probably running up the bills. I think he was making a decent amount of money driving that truck across the country and stuff. So that would explain his income. But she seemed like wasn't she like a nurse or something like that? She was in the healthcare business.
Some shit before she did all of her fraud shit.
Yeah, wasn't she working like as a nurse or she was doing some shit? Anyway, it seems like it's more of a financial separation than anything else. She was trying to milk it and dip with the money. I don't think, in my opinion, she would have, and this is in my opinion, I don't think she would have hurt the child because the child would have brought in more income because of the child support, you know? So I don't think that's my only, thought, that maybe she didn't hurt it because this is, you're not going to, do anything to the cash cow. This is where your income is going to come in every month.
True. That's a interesting theory.
Yeah.
True. All right. Well, let's move on though, because yeah, it's fair to say she's a nasty person, right?
All right. I mean, her season, I could not believe it, but we've had two real vipers on, which was her and Nifspa and Fisa, whatever.
Jeffrey.
Anisfa.
And Fisa.
And Jeffrey.
No, those two women were vipers. We've seen people try to measure up to their reputations, but those two, and those were the early seasons when it was real. Those women were, I was like, I couldn't believe that. And Fisa, holy shit.
True. So anyway, let's see. Okay, so that's that news. Okay, so you watched, is it Love After Lockup or Life After Lockup?
It's Life After Lockup now.
Okay, so
because they're showing the inmates that got out last season on Love After Lockup. Now they're showing their life, how they're getting along after being released.
Okay, so it's a season where they're not locked up anymore, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, right, that they're out.
So I haven't watched it yet, but how was the first episode?
I mean, it looks like it's gonna be its usual shit show, Thing I like the most about the Life After Lockup series is that it's very rarely scripted. Like what you see is what you get, pretty much. These people are pretty much just going about their everyday lives with a camera crew following them.
Yeah, it's more authentic and
it's
grimy
more
and
authentic than say this or do that or this. These are people that you can tell that are going about their everyday life, and they just have the WeTV camera crew just following them around, just recording their shenanigans. But there's always that couple that makes you be like, oh boy, here we go again, which is the Justine and Michael couple, the rapper.
Did Michael gain weight or something?
Not only did he gain weight, he cut his hair.
Mm-hmm.
He cut his hair very, very short. So now you can really see the poundage. They're planning a big. Justine wants a big elaborate wedding with an elephant. She wants it to.
It sounds like her husband's the elephant.
You
Oh,
know what? You're not the first to say that. Twitter has been saying it. She wants an elephant. She wants an elephant at the wedding. Just put a trunk on her husband. Yeah. So she got 2 kids in college. The 2 girls, the older ones. She got 2 kids ready off for college. There's 9 altogether. They're struggling with bills. None of them have employment, and they're planning a $60K wedding with an elephant and all the trimmings. So that's that. They're the Brittany and Marcelino of the season.
True. Yeah. Well, I'll try to watch it for next week, and then
the other couples that are on there, the Kiona and Joila sharing the one guy, the Montrick. They're still fighting, going back and forth over the one guy, the baby mama and the girlfriend. So we have that to look forward to. We have also Will, the Temu Macaulay.
Oh, the one with is that the one with the annoying mom?
Will and the girl. No, Will and the girl Courtney.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
They just got married.
Who's the guy though with the annoying mom? I think he posted a picture of the mom. The heavyset mom.
Oh, that'll be JK.
Yeah.
Well, she's not annoying, to be honest. They're in her house, disrupting her life. So wouldn't you be mad? I mean, this lady, this girl has 2 kids in her own place, but she insists on coming over to JK's place to fuck on an air mattress on the floor. And they carry on all night, and the mom works, and she can hear them because it seems like kind of a trailer home setup, so the walls are pretty thin. So the mom is kind of, mad, and the mom is realistic. She's like, you can't have any kids right now. You don't have a job. You don't have any income. But the girl is hell bent on getting pregnant with no job and no income, and no, you know what I'm saying? So that's that.
The white trash is gonna white trash. Oh.
Well, she says she got $23 in her bank account as of today, and
Lord!
And he sells plasma twice a week for $100.
They need to start collecting cans or something.
But check this out. He's going around used car lots looking for $25,000 pickup trucks. No credit, no job, but looking for a brand new pickup truck. Then we have the other one, the scammer. Letitia, that her man just got out, the one that keeps popping up on our timelines for fraud and theft, the real estate mogul. That one, her man is out. So he's finally out. And who else? Oh, and the young girl, I think with the really tall guy, I think her name is Brittany or something. Not Brittany. God damn it, what's her name? That she had the huh?
Oh no, go ahead. But if you don't remember them, I don't.
She had the really greasy hair, and she was an alcoholic. She was always drinking. And with the guy that came out, they have them, and they're kind of boring. So I don't remember even their storyline. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it for next week. But I do want to say, as far as television, I don't know if you're a Dexter fan, but if you're into like cameos,
I am a Dexter fan.
Okay, are you watching Resurrection yet?
I have not yet because I watched. Okay, I wanted to ask you. I watched the original Dexter series long ago when it first came out, and then something else came out. I think it was like a prequel to his behavior, right?
Yes. Yeah, there was like a prequel where it's like a young.
Okay, so I gotta watch the prequel one before I watch Resurrection.
I'm trying to remember. Well, like so there's like Dex. Okay, so
I did the original Dexter. That's years ago.
But okay, I think the prequel is called like Dexter New Blood, and
it's New Blood.
But I don't think I'm trying to think. It's hard to remember all this shit. But like,
should I watch it in order or it doesn't matter?
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think the New Blood canon like the show canon of New Blood, I don't think it's like required for Resurrection. You know what I mean? Like you don't. I
Right,
don't
because
think.
I already know. I watched the original Dexter.
Yeah, I don't think
So
you. While the prequel is good and recommend it, but it's not. It's not a requirement to jump in and watch Resurrection.
okay, good. Because I've been meaning to watch that because every time you mention a fucking series on here, I go and I start binging it.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you mention, oh, I gotta watch this, I go and I secretly binge the series that you're watching. So
Yeah. So another. Well, anyway, the reason I brought it up was I don't know. Well, let me ask you this question. It's a general question. When like a TV show has like a lot of cameos, like, do you like that or are you annoyed by that?
what do you mean cameos? Oh,
Like,
like
like a lot of like famous.
flashbacks?
No, just like
Oh,
famous celebrities like pop up in small roles on a
I
show.
mean, it doesn't really matter to me if it doesn't affect the storyline of the show that if
Mhm.
it flows with the storyline that's going on, it doesn't matter to me who it is.
So can I tell you like some of the celebrities that were on last week's episode?
Okay.
So okay, so it's like obviously Michael C. Hall Dexter. Then they had Uma Thurman, who's like the chick from Kill Bill.
Yeah, I know Uma.
And then I forget his name, but the guy in the dwarf from Game of Thrones,
Oh, that's
Tyrion
not.
Lannister or something.
Yeah, Tyrion Lannister. I used to watch him in the L, was it the L word? No, botched and
Mhm.
not botched. The fucking show about the plastic surgery. Anyway, go ahead. That's where he
Yeah.
first started.
Okay. So okay. Let me just start again. So it's Michael C. Hall, Uma Thurman. I forgot the actor's name, but the dwarf from Game of Thrones. Then it was Doogie Howser, M.D.
Okay, yeah, he's funny.
And then it was the chick that plays Jessica Jones. Do you know who that is? Like,
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris is
Neil
the Doogie
Patrick
Howser.
Harris.
yeah, Neil Patrick Harris, and then the chick that played Jessica Jones, which is like Kristen, or I fucking tweeted about it. Hold on, let me pull up my tweet.
Oh, you're talking about
The chick that was in like Breaking Bad,
yeah. Just for the record,
Kristen Ritter.
I don't think we can say dwarf. We gotta say little people, and
Yeah,
that's
No, no,
little
no, no. Well,
person.
yeah,
no,
little person.
dwarf isn't insulting, as long as you don't use the M word.
Oh, that's the one we can't use, right? It's Peter Dinklage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Peter Dinklage. So anyway, yeah, Dexter, Michael C. Hall, Peter Dinklage, Uma Thurman, Kristen Ritter,
and
and
these are
then
all in one episode.
all in one episode. And what's the name of Doogie Howser's real name?
Neil Patrick
Neil
Harris.
Patrick
Yeah, Neil
Harris.
Patrick Harris. So all of them are all in one episode, which is like pretty
So
star-studded.
I'm gonna start watching. You know what I watched? What I binged this week? I binged Shogun because my sister kept raving about it.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be really up and alert to watch it because it's 80% subtitles.
Subtitles.
Yeah, but it's a really good show. It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but yeah, I haven't tried watching it yet.
Yeah, it's subtitles. If you're into subtitle reading and you don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
then season 2 is about to come out in 26. They said, and then there's going to be a season 3. But it was a really good season. It was a really good show. I just picked it up. I was like bored, and I said, you know what? Let me just start watching this because my sister was raving about it.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I need a new series about it. I've been trying to watch that Dexter and trying to figure out if it's in any sequence. And I'm glad you answered my question. Proceed.
True. Okay. And yeah, and then also the Dexter Resurrection. They have a lot of like They bring back a lot of old characters too. So from the original Dexter, that you would like to that
Yeah, I would
old
probably
faces.
because I like the original.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's that. Um, let's see. Okay. Do you want to do strip club reviews first, or do you want to talk about who has like a? Should we end with the 3-inch pecker story?
I mean, how many strip club reviews we got, Gina?
We got a few.
All right, let's do strip club reviews and then end off with the big bang on who got the little bang.
True. Okay. Okay. Let me go to strip club reviews. And let's see. Hold on. Okay, let's see. This was Platinum Plus, and I think it's in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
What? Say my word, you in my town.
Are you familiar with there's some street like Fullerton?
Yes, yes. I
Okay.
am familiar.
Okay. Yeah, this is on
You
Airport.
already
This is
said
on
the name
Airport
last
Road.
week. You know what you said the name last week. I'm like, oh, we have to look up strip clubs where Captain
I've
is
been
from
told
now.
you that. I've been told you, Gina, Allentown, we're loaded with strip clubs. I've been to two, and I'm like, if she looks up the two that I've been to, it'll be a blast. But because we were focused on the places that Mr. Beast visited, so I figured, okay, so these places are not. But yeah, we got some shit going on over here in Allentown.
Okay. All right.
Clearly,
Are
that's
you
what I said.
ready?
We got a few.
Are you ready? I'm gonna start.
Go ahead. Let me.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold. Give me 1 second. Go ahead. Just talk amongst yourself. I want my husband to hear this because he went to a strip club a couple weeks ago with his nephew.
Well, yeah, he's probably been to the strip club then if it's local to him.
Yeah, but the Platinum Plus is nearby. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, sure. We want to make sure JLP's husband doesn't miss a word, you know.
No. Cancel the Call of Duty. Cancel playing the video game.
So Gina, you said some of these reviews have the W word in it.
Yes, they do.
The WH word.
Yes.
So,
All
and we're
right,
not
he's here and he's ready listening.
okay. All right, I guess I'll start. This is for Platinum Plus. And yeah, if you have children in the room, like cover their ears with earmuffs. Anyway,
So some of these reviews go back to what their former name was too, and you'll see it in some of the reviews as well. So yeah,
okay.
you could start.
All right, starting now, save your comments till the end. I mean, till the end of each review. All right, here's a 1-star review from Brett. It says, I love these hot girls. Awesome. The DJ tried to toss my salad, which would be okay if he was a chick. 1 star. So yeah, I guess the DJ wanted to lick his ass or something. I don't know.
Well, Captain's an expert on the tossing the salad, but
No,
Mr. Piccard is not.
I offered to toss a salad and they offered to toss me off a cruise ship. So
That's
yeah,
why I said Mr. Piccard is not.
yeah. They were like, how about I toss you off this fucking cruise ship?
Mhm. All right, here's the next review from 1-star review from Justin. It says, this place is absolutely horrible. Talent doesn't exist here. I went there for a bachelor party. I paid $60 to have the groom on stage for the absolute worst show. Then, after paying for his private dance, one of the dancers came back to tell me she needed $100. Really? This place is more of an overpriced hangout with a few decent girls. Save your money, stay home, and watch some porn. 1 star.
Well, I mean, like I said, I've been to a couple. I don't think we've been to Platinum Plus. We went to one in Easton, Pennsylvania. We didn't do Platinum Plus, but we went to one, and I can tell you, I would love to see the reviews for that one. I'm gonna look for the name
Okay.
when I get a
You give me
chance.
the name. You put
Yeah,
the name
yeah,
in the
I gotta
group
remember the
chat, and I'll
name.
look it up.
True.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, well, here's the next review from Juan, 1 star. It says, the worst place in the world. They are so nasty. I found bed bugs in my clothes one night after I was there, and the woman's smell was so bad and is so expensive. No beautiful women there. Be so far away from this place. 1 star.
Wait, hold on. He had bed bugs when he got home from a stripper.
Yeah, from the stripper, but we've heard we've
Yeah,
heard
we've
that
heard
from
the
other.
bed bugs jumping off of the strippers onto the customer.
Yeah, and the women smell, and it's
And the woman,
expensive.
yeah, and the woman being a little rank.
Mhm. All right.
Oh my god, I gotta look this place. I gotta drive by this place.
True.
Sorry, the next one I sent you, Shabooty, was blank. It was just the star rating. Sorry about that, but you can continue moving on.
Okay, moving on. This is a USMC, which is what U.S. Marine Corps. 1 star. It says, "Don't believe that bullshit. I got crabs twice at Scarlett's." 1 star. Is Scarlett's like the old name? I don't know.
Wait a minute. He got crabs or he ate crabs?
He got crabs twice at Scarlett's.
I mean, the first time you get crabs would be you would think it'd be the red flag not to go back.
Mm-hmm.
If you go home with crabs from a strip joint, then why would you go back for a second helping?
Maybe it was all you can
Eat.
scratch.
All you can scratch.
Anyway, here's a one-star review from P. It says, it's a one-sentence song. It says, don't be scared. Just be prepared for the worst. 1 star. Let me keep moving. This is a one-star review from first-time customer. It says, I went there and got robbed. This stripper promised things I didn't get. Then I got thrown out for telling management, don't go unless you like dirty, fat girls getting it on, treated like shit and getting all your cash stolen. Oh yeah, and I wanted that. So this person's writing is all fucked up. And get all of your cash stolen. Oh yeah, and I blamed that on that I wanted to be a stripper to take all my cash. Drunk bitches, watch out. They offer then scream rape. 1 star.
Wait, what reviews are you reading?
The one
Damn.
you sent me.
Damn.
I send you don't continue. I'll see if they're matching. 'Cause I
You know
don't
what
think
strip
so.
joints? You know, I mean, you know what? This is
Oh
Allentown.
yeah, no, continue. Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
it's
I'm sorry.
Allentown,
Yeah.
so nothing that he says is gonna surprise me.
Yeah, okay, here's the one sentence review. It says from Tal, it says, not full nudity on stage, dance floor, lame, packed in like sardines, 1 star. If it's a short review, I'm gonna like plow through. All right, here's a 1 star review from Jolly Roger. It says, I have to say, I've had a similar experience with the girl trying to overcharge for a lap dance. I still like this place though. Boobs, 1 star. Here's a 1 star review from Too Curious. It says, just about any of them will do extra if the price is right. Some will go all the way and some will not. I'm not going to give out any names because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. They all give blowjobs. Most will let you fuck for the right price, and there are even some who will let you fuck them in the ass. Just remember to wrap it up. You don't want to catch anything. I have brought a couple surprises home from Irv's, Sif, from Herbs, Sif, Herps, Crabs. If you're willing to travel, check out the Pleasure Dome. The ladies will force you to fuck them and practically rape you. If you want to stay local, go to Herbs. I go to Herbs. I go to Herbs. Something. Hold on. I go to Herbs all the time to dump cum in those little sluts. 1 star.
Lord have mercy. This is from Platinum Plus.
Yeah.
This was like a lot of these reviews are from the former club, I think, called Herbs.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know
so
what?
let me just read one part again. It says, just remember to wrap it up. You don't want to catch anything. I've brought a couple surprises home from Herbs. For example, Sif, herpes, crabs. If you're willing to travel to check out the Pleasure Dome, the ladies will force you to fuck them and practically rape you. If you want to stay local, go to Herbs. I go to Herbs all the time to dump cum in those little sluts. 1 star. How's that 1 star if you're that active?
I mean, do they have like a menu? What would you like? Would you like herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea, crabs, the claps?
Sounds like he got a to-go bag.
True.
He took his menu to go.
Seems like he's not deterred by all the STDs. I don't know.
Exactly. He's like a walking virus.
STD. He's a walking STD.
Yeah, he's a walking virus. Somebody has to find him and eliminate him so that STDs can end in the world.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's a 1 star review from Billy. It says, hot girls here. The bouncer kept trying to grab my junk. I'm just not into gay stuff. 1 star. Okay.
Yeah, not
All
everybody's into butt play.
All right, here's the 1 star review. It says, you are so stupid. Do you actually think people are going to believe all these fake positive posts? Herbs is such a dump, it is unreal. The dances are heinous, ugly, fat. The club is always empty. Nobody even goes to Herbs anymore. It is so horrible. Not even the features are helping him out. Get get real, Herb. Your club sucks and you fail. The swingers meets fail horribly. The swingers do not even like going there. And Herbs has a bad name in the swinger community. Your Lehigh Valley Swingers Club is a failure. Your rock and roll cafe failed, Irv. You have failed at everything you ever did, Irv. BYOB is the next to go. The club sucks. To all who read this, go elsewhere in the area. There are plenty of better choices. 1 star. So yeah, I guess Irv is
business partner.
It sounds like ex Irv's ex-business partner. My husband said it sounds like Irv's ex-business partner is, is is upset about something. He has a lot of hate in his heart.
Yeah, he was looking for the downfall of Irv. I don't know.
Yeah, he was praying for Irv's downfall. Every single business. Now I'm curious. Now I'm gonna go out hunting out where was Irv's before, and is Irv still the owner with
All
a
right,
different name?
Here's a 1 star review from Dixon. It says, "These girls put lead in my pencil." 1 star. Uh, Here's a 1 star review from Kyle. It says, "Girls are hot, but the bathroom is gross. Clean this dump. Who would ever eat? Who would ever eat here?" 1 star. And then here's a 1 star review from Edward. It says, "Right. If Irv's is so good, why are there so many fat cows working here and smelly pussy girls? Irv's blows anymore. Fuck this club and the corny features." 1 star.
You got to read that one again.
Okay. For one part of it, didn't make sense. So it says Irv's blows anymore. I don't really understand that. Anyway, but I'll read it again. It says, "Right. If Irv's is so good, why are there so many?" Oh, let me start again. "Right. If Irv's is so good, why are there so many fat cows working here and smelly pussy girls? Irv's blows anymore. Fuck this club and the corny features." 1 star. Okay.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm more determined than ever to find out where this place was formerly.
Mm-hmm. I
They
think you
could
need to.
change
I
their
think you need to
name.
go
They
there.
could, they could have changed their name. They could paint the sign, paint the building. I
Yeah.
gotta find out who this Irv is and why is he doing this to my community.
Mhm.
I think the club was called Herbs before, maybe, because like
They
we've
even had
gotten a little
swingers
too.
participating. What the fuck is going on out here? I've been here 8 years. I've never seen a swingers club.
Mhm. Let's see. Sorry, I lost my place. Okay, this one says. Okay, this one is from new customer 1 star. It says, "This club sucked. Some ugly broads in this place. Your feature Taya was lame. No wonder she lost the reality show competition. Although for a few extra bucks, the dancers here offered to suck and fuck me in the back room. Other than that, this club was a shithole." 1 star. Anyways,
Who was the reality star that he mentioned there?
it says something about like your feature Taya was lame. No wonder she lost the reality show competition. I don't know. Oh, it says like I don't know who it is, like Taya Parker, but I guess they had somebody named Taya Parker feature dance, like as like a special guest. But and then this guy knew about her and said, no wonder she lost some reality show competition. I don't know who Taya Parker is, but they had her feature dance there as like a special guest.
Okay.
Okay, is the 1 star review. It says from Wow. It says some nasty horrors, but now with $25 cover plus no BYO. Wow, you guys are smart. 1 star.
I mean, you get to bring your own booze, so I mean that yeah, that's yeah, no, but at least that's better. You get to bring your own booze, so you know you're not in addition to catching every STD in the world, you're not getting drugged in your drink
And bed bugs.
and bed bugs. Well, every STD bed bugs, but at
I guess
least with your own drink, you know you're not getting roofied.
BYOB, bring your own bed bugs or take home your own bed bugs. I don't
No, and they gotta bring them or buy them. You can buy them there; they're available for sale.
Buy your own bed bugs, and it's going to be an expensive buy.
know.
Oh God, I can't believe places people. I mean, I'm sorry for the men out there, but you guys patronize these joints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess you don't know. It doesn't have a sign outside that says stinky pussy and bed bugs and STDs come in.
True. All right, this is for review from Danny. It says, girls are hot, food sucks, bathroom has no door, the DJ needs a dental plan, the girl at the door needs new implants, soft ones this time. What are they, rocks? 1 star.
Hold on a second.
You want to read that again?
Her titties were hard.
Mm-hmm. You want me to read it again? Because that had a lot
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
it was a lot of details in a short amount of words. It said, the girls are hot, the food sucks, the bathroom has no door, the DJ needs a dental plan, the girl at the door needs new implants, soft ones this time. What are they? Rocks? 1 star.
Yeah,
That was almost like a haiku poem.
yeah,
I was gonna
it was like
say.
right. It's like he scoped out the whole, like a CIA agent. He scoped out the whole joint in like 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, the DJ is toothless, her titties are rocks, the food suck. I mean, really, to be honest, who goes to a strip joint for the food?
George does. He's said that he's eaten the wings from many
Yeah,
strip clubs,
I
and
mean,
that's the best.
granted, Hooters wasn't a strip joint, but they had really good wings. Hooters had good wings, but it wasn't a strip joint. But who actually goes into a strip joint and orders food?
I
Like,
don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't feel safe eating in a place like that, especially if the girls are not smelling right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a review from a woman, it's Jenn. It says, you think this place is a hot mess? I was at Scarlett's last night and one of the fucking skanks in their shit in the ladies' room sink. I kicked my boyfriend's ass for taking me there, 1 star. So let me read that one sentence again. Oh, let me just read the whole thing again. Hold up, that was very loaded. You think this place is a hot mess? You think this place is a hot mess? I was at Scarlett's last night and one of the fucking skanks there shit in the ladies' room sink. I kicked my boyfriend's ass for taking me there, 1 star.
Oh, wait. She shit in the fucking sink?
Of the ladies' room, yeah. Maybe like the stall was full and she had to really go, so she just shit in the sink.
Oh my! You know what? I'll get back to you people. I'm more determined than ever. I'm more determined than ever to find out who these people are.
The Pennsylvania Pride represent. Anyway.
I told you I live in Allentown. Yeah, y'all didn't believe me.
True. Okay. Oh, there's one. There's another batch. Okay. This is from Limo Bob. It says the girls here are trashy, just the way I like them, but they need some new faces. Many of these chicks have been here for years and years. The LDs are a ripoff at 15. The lap dances are a ripoff at $15 a minute, especially with Asha, Sugar, Jenna, and Poison, the only ones I tried. The features they pull in are good, but not great, and the attitude of the girls is just lousy. 1 star.
All my husband heard was $15 a minute, and he grabbed his car keys and said, "Let's go, honey. I'm dropping you off."
But this is
$15
from
a minute is a lot.
2021.
I'm dropping you
Yeah.
off. You're getting a new job today. I'm dropping you off.
True. I understand what you're saying now.
Now I do.
True. Okay. Action Jackson says, not impressed. I agree the place could be cleaner. Like how sign says $30 dances and the girls demand 40. What the hell? CR Fannies is way better. 1 star. Here's a 2 star review from former regular. He says, half the girls I saw were overweight. Half the girls I saw were overweight, but it was before 10 p.m. Maybe B girls, 2 stages. There's a seating at the stages, so the girls are much closer. The bar is away from the stages. Renovations are underway. The music is way too loud. Not BYOB. Beers are $4.75, and the cover charge is $2. I mean, 2 stars. Yeah, that was, I don't know. That was the review, but anyway, that was a 2 star review.
Well, at least you didn't have such a bad time.
True. Here's a 1 star review from ex customer. It says, "Fuck this club. It is horrible and a ripoff. Do not go to this hell on earth that is a so-called gentleman's club. The dancers are fat and ugly and are a bunch of alcoholic whores that are also crackheads. For a few bucks, you can get fucked and sucked in the back room. This club sucks, and a book can be written on how bad it is. Stay far, far away from herbs. 1 star. So yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm sorry to have my mic muted when I busted out laughing. A book can be written about how bad it is. Memoirs of the Strip Club.
True. Well, that's what this show is. It's an audio book. Oh, anyway. Here's a one-star read from Rockstar. It says, "Wow, this place is so ghetto. Are there any non-white trash or black girls here? I can't wait to see them get rated for fucking and sucking. 1 star."
So he wants them to get rated, but he goes to the strip club.
Mm.
He said no white girls or black girls. Hello?
He's looking for a mix of girls, not like because he said any non.
He's looking for non-white or black girls, so he doesn't want white.
Oh, so he's looking for Spanish
or black girls, yeah.
Or black.
Yeah.
Girls. All right.
Well, Asian.
All right.
We ain't discriminating.
Or aliens from outer space.
Here's
Or
a
some
one-star
bed bugs.
Here's a one-star review from regular customer. It says, "If that leather face old hag with wrinkled boobs is your feature this week with her Nazi boyfriend watching her VIPs, then don't bother to have her. She is not a feature in a draw for this club, but she's a reason to stay away. 1 star." Sounds like Angela was there or something. Just kidding.
Yeah, definitely fits her description. Leatherface.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like her.
True. All right, here's a one-star review from Andy. It says, "This club has ugly dancers, old hags, no teeth, fat, dirty, smelly little sluts. Herbs curves my ass. More like Herbs disgusting fat slobs. 1 star."
How long ago was it named Herbs? Because this place sounds like
I think it was like 2021.
It sounds like the seventh circle of hell.
All right, here's a
Only 4 years ago.
Here's a one-star review from Mingus. It says, "The girls are flabby and not well toned. Since they keep putting the same two ladies on stage every 15 minutes, I've noticed the crowd has thinned out. 1 star." Here's a one-star review from Lawrence Taylor. I don't know if it's like the famous Lawrence Taylor, the football player, former football player. It says, "Scarlett's is free to get in. One more reason to avoid this place. Plus, their bathroom doesn't resemble a porta potty at an Eagles game. 1 star." So yeah, the bathroom resembles a porta potty at an Eagles game, which is a football reference, which means this could be Lawrence Taylor. By the way, Captain, you're muted in case you were talking. I don't know. Anyway, you still there, Captain?
Well, it was that the same Lawrence Taylor that I know there was a Lawrence Taylor football player that played for the Giants that had a little problem with crack. So maybe that was him.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah, same name.
Allegedly.
With a football reference, so it could be him.
Yeah, a little issue with some crack. So maybe, yeah, you never know.
True. Okay, here's a review from Jay Clyde. He says, Who's the fat chick with the black hair and all the tattoos and piercings in her chest? Herbs has some decent looking girls, but that one seriously gots to go. Mad props for all the girls going up and working, but when they have mouths like that one does, they need to be in a different business, 1 star. So I guess he's not into like the tatted up pierced chicks and shit like that.
Yeah, the goth looking. Yeah.
True. Okay, here's a one-star review from Richie. I think this is our last review.
It is.
Richie says, "Awesome time Saturday. Hot girls. The bouncer tried to grab my hog. The bouncer tried to grab my hog, though. I'm not I'm not into gay stuff. 1 star." There was another review that was very similar. So I feel like the bouncer like grabs everybody's dick or some shit.
Yeah, what do you call it? His hog?
Yeah, his hog.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. It's like a nickname for dick.
His hog. I mean, they do have to check the men for weapons, but
Oh yeah, maybe that's what they check, if the weapons and cock.
Yeah, I don't know how aggressively he checked his hog.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess Gina sent a thing on who Taya Parker is. She's like she was from the Rock of Love with Brett Michaels.
Rock of Love with
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
So she featured there. Yeah. So
Shout out
that's
to Gina, because I knew you were going to do that.
Thank you, Gina, for sending that. You're great. So that was the strip club reviews, and then okay, now we're getting into the area of the show where it's like, let me see. I don't have. Let me see if I can pull. Let me see if I can pull some information in front of me because I didn't like pre-plan this. So the only last like topic of discussion is like the 3 incher story, which I know people are like anxious about.
Yeah, I mean, I had my.
No, you won't guess because
Yeah, I won't. I'm hoping to be shocked by your revelation, because I only get. I guess the only two people that it could be, but yeah.
Okay, let me see if I have. Give me 1 second to like look up something because I didn't like plan this segment. So okay, all right. Anyway, so let me just. I'm looking at like a like a DM conversation. But okay, so how should I go about spilling this tea?
Just ask the question, who do you think has one? And then wait to see a couple of answers roll in.
Guesses.
Yeah, a couple guesses, and then do the drum roll.
The drum. Yeah, I'm with Captain. But you can eliminate our guesses.
Yeah, eliminate your guesses. Who do you think have it? And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, should I give clues or do you guys want to guess who?
Well, just say like, okay, someone told me that a guest from the show.
Okay, well, okay, yeah, let me give you the backstory. Let's start with the backstory.
Start with the backstory.
And well, okay, let's start with the backstory. Well, let me start with allegedly, but okay, after allegedly is out the window, the backstory is like this person. Well, currently this person is like in a relationship and all that, but back in the day, like a few years ago, they were single, and then he's a guy on 90 Day Fiancé, so he has access to like fans. So long story long, there's a fan in Florida like flew out to I almost said where he lives, and I would have like said where that would have been a big like hint at who it is. So I don't want to say where he lives. I almost said it. But anyway, a fan flew out to where he lives and they stayed with him for like a week. And during the week that they stayed there was a lot of like sucking and fucking and stuff. And then this person like told me all the details of like, like his like proclivities and his like details, like the size of his wang. So that's kind of what happened. And then if you're wondering like, so then she also sent me photos of her with him. Like, so obviously it's not like she's not making up that story of hanging out with him because there's photos of them together. So
you have the receipts.
Okay, yeah. Wait a second. You said that the person flew out to be with them. There was a lot of fucking and sucking. And so they have to, without a doubt, know the size, because if there was fucking and sucking involved, they have to have the size. It's not allegedly if they're saying it.
And so like this chick told me she's a big fan of like giving oral. So the fact that if he was small, that wasn't a problem for her because she likes to give oral. So like she didn't have to worry about gagging or anything. You know what I mean?
She could suck it and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah. So anyway, should I just unveil it or something, or how should I do it?
Well, you can give us a couple guesses. I had guessed Ed is on the other side of the coast from the original place you said, so I know it's not that. And the only other person I said was Colt, and he's also on the West Coast, so it's not him.
Yeah, like you're not gonna guess it because it's like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna guess.
It's almost like it's kind of like the last person you would expect because it's like you wouldn't expect it. But Anyways, should I
But they
unveil
have
it?
a three. But they have a 3-inch cock.
E-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They have a
Allegedly.
mini carrot. They have a mini carrot.
Allegedly. Remember, we always have to say
Yeah,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
before I do unveil it, yeah, I'll make
Yeah,
some like I'll do some
because
like disclaimers, like this is a show for entertainment
yeah, because
purposes.
once we reveal the name, the person is probably listening and sends us a bunch of DMs of his dick. I'd be like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah, so this is for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly, but anyway, so should I unveil it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me do like a drum roll.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? And you would never guess it because this person is like the antithesis of being small. So you would expect this person to be packing. And so allegedly, the person with a 3-inch wang, based on one of his alleged former flings, is Big Mike in Seattle.
What?
Oh shit.
Yup.
Yo, look, Pineapple Girl said Big Mike
Where?
on the chat.
Yeah, I guess you did guess correctly.
Oh shit. No fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking way.
Yeah, not all big packages come with a big
Yeah,
package.
that's true. It doesn't always come. That big feet, big meat shit is a myth.
Hmm.
But Big Mike, if you're listening, you got 24 hours to respond. DM me.
We need
True.
visuals. No, we don't.
DM me. DM. I'm not. Don't worry about Shabooty and the rest of the crew. You DM me. I'll vouch for you. I'll vouch for you if it's not 3 inches.
True. So yeah.
Like, wait,
Nah, I don't
he's gonna
believe
be a
that. I don't believe
dad.
that. I don't
How did
believe
that
that.
happen?
Nah, I don't believe that. I
You
mean,
don't
it
believe
happens.
it?
It happens. It happens. But I can't believe that. That's just too much. That there's no way. He probably
And
it's probably a girthy. It's probably a girthy little guy.
Coco Puff says, like, was this before or after his current girl? This is way before. I don't know about way, but this is before his current girl.
Was it during puberty?
Oh.
Oh.
But
Jesus Christ, 3 inches?
but let me after now that we've exposed him for having 3 inches allegedly, some of the like things that this person said about him was he's funny and fun. So let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any positives. Like,
He's about to have a baby.
but like so this girl, whatever, she was saying like this is about her, not about him. But she says, I've always enjoyed giving oral and always preferred smaller in size, so it definitely was enjoyable for me.
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna stick with the allegedly hypothesis because I have to see it.
Mm.
I have to see it. I can't. I won't be able to believe that. He's like
She has to see it to believe it.
Yeah, he's like 6'3", 300 something pounds.
Well, that's if he is packing 3 inches, maybe that's why he wasn't able to like calm Natalie's
No,
crazy.
Natalie's not. We can't use her as an example.
No,
Natalie.
but did you hear what I said? I said if he was packing only 3 inches, that's why he couldn't calm down Natalie's crazy.
No. She came with a different agenda. And the
But
woods.
I'm just saying if he had a giant ass cock, he would calm her crazy ass down.
She was, yeah, but she wasn't after cock. He could have had a 12-incher. She wasn't gonna stay there in the woods, and all that shit. She came to be a star. She wasn't gonna stay out there in West Bubblefuck, who knows where, Seattle.
True.
I have to see the Mike again. If you're listening, if anybody's listening that knows Mike, he's welcome to DM me a picture of the member in question. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, Mike. Mike,
confirming.
if you want to like send a 10-incher to Captain Piccard, go
If
ahead.
you want to disprove this myth, I don't have a problem with you DMing me a picture of the member in question. I will fight for you if this is a lie.
Yeah, but
I will vouch for you.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, let me see. I'm just reading a chat. Anyway, like here's one of the things she says. She says, "I don't want to dog him, but he made me realize because a man is tall and meaty does not mean they are packing. He was the smallest I ever had been with. I wonder how him and Ed compare." And then she says like, and then I was like, "How long would you say?" And she says like maybe 3 inches. And then she says, "I don't want to be mean, but I don't think it was even 3." I don't know.
I mean, we've heard of the mythical 3-inch unicorn that appears every now and then on 6 feet people, but damn, I don't want to believe that. I just don't. I don't want to believe that mid is that Midwest in the Midwest. He looks like a lumberjack. He's built like a lumberjack, and he eats steak too. And come on, Mike, you got 24 hours to respond.
Do you like? I don't know if you like, at least with Gina and Captain. If you want, I could send you the photos of the chick if you want.
I thought you were gonna send me photos of the dick. That's what I really want to see. I'm not interested in his accuser. I'm interested in defending him. So I need to see proof. If I'm gonna defend him in court, I need to see proof that she is lying.
Okay, well, all right. Well, if you don't want to see the chick, then never mind.
Well, I mean, you can send me the chick. That's fine.
Yeah.
Why not? But I want to defend him in court because I just can't see it. Even though it does exist. The unicorn does exist.
True.
I would doubt Mike is packing such a small thing. But did she say anything about girth? Did she mention girth? Because maybe just like a little garden gnome type dick, like those little dicks that they're just fat,
like a nub.
Short. Yeah,
I didn't follow up with girth.
You didn't
questions.
Elaborate.
No, I'm the one. I didn't follow up with girth questions, but
or maybe she's used to really big dicks. Because once you're used to using 2 hands on the dick, transitioning back to using 1 hand or a couple fingers, it's a real big difference. It's like driving stick shift and then going back to automatic.
Okay, I texted you too the photos that I've never posted anywhere.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at her and see if she in reality is the. I don't see her picture. Hold on. Where did you text it to?
You and Gina in a new group chat.
Oh.
Did you get it? Someone play the Jeopardy music.
Gina, you saw it?
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying, wait, hold on. My phone has been acting kind of crazy.
You need to get rid of that
Here
Android.
we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, she looked, I don't know. She looks more like a jilted lover.
But you believe that she fucked him, right?
I believe she might have fucked him, but more.
Yeah, I believe that completely.
More of the jilted lover type.
No, I mean she wasn't, but she wasn't like, aside from the size of his dick, she wasn't like.
And that's a recent picture of him, so that's not years ago. He looks the same as he looked like on the season. He's even wearing one of the same shirts.
True, yeah. I mean, not that, but whatever was before his current girlfriend, but yeah. Anyway, that was a Shabooty, which I purposely have not posted on Instagram because, I don't want to upset people.
Definitely look. Somebody asked who's Cocoa Puffs. She said that she looks like a cocksucker. She has her tongue sticking out. She has a little bit of a gap between her teeth. So she looks like she can take a mean one down there. But yeah, she got her tongue sticking out. So I'm declined to believe it was so small.
Yeah, she's a Florida woman. Florida women, they DTF.
Yeah, they DTF, and they're usually some gators. They do gator dicks. So I don't know, Mike. You got to respond to this. This can't. I know somebody is going to listen to this podcast and relay the message. I'm Captain JLP, and you can DM me a picture of your dick. I'll keep it. I'll keep it to myself. But I'll just come on here and disprove these horrific lies that are being said against you, because there's no possible way that God brought such a giant man into the world and fucked you on the most important part.
Mm-hmm. True.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody, Pineapple Girl says, let's look at the hands. That's how I determine the size. Nope. Pineapple Girl,
That's not always true.
I can guarantee you that is a myth. That is a myth.
Okay, you want to talk to Lana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear from Lana.
Okay, Lana, I think I gave you speaking privileges. Lana, you there? Though
Maybe she's not.
I mean, I did like spring it on her. I didn't like oh. Hold on a second.
She's still muted if she is.
It's kind of a slow night tonight, so maybe Lana.
It's a holiday here on Monday too in Canada.
Maybe a holiday someplace else too, because there's there's not a lot of people on today. Or maybe on Patreon.
Oh, and then yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get I don't want to say who.
Oh, she says she's frozen.
Oh.
Oh, it's National Beer Day.
Isn't that every day?
Yeah.
Or it should be every day?
For some of us it is. For some of us it is. All right. Lana is frozen, so she can't do much. Any plans for any special plans for the weekend, guys?
Yeah, so hopefully tomorrow. I talked to Michael yesterday, I think, and I don't know if it's like I don't know if he has like family or friends or something in the area, but he's going to some kind of like family-esque get together.
Can you guys
So
hear me now?
yeah, we
Yes.
do.
Hey guys.
Hey, Lana.
I'm sorry, I had to go off and go back on. I don't know why it froze on me.
So say, hey Lana, you heard the conversation about the alleged 3-inch
Oh,
penis.
by the way, real
I'm
quick.
with you, JLP. I don't believe it.
Hang on one second. So I'm trying real quick. Sorry to interrupt, but so I'm trying to get like Liz to join, but Liz is friends with like Big Mike. So if she joins, like end that conversation because I don't want to upset her. Okay.
Well, I can't be on too much longer, so I'm gonna listen to what Lana has to say.
I'm just saying, Lana, you feel free to talk whatever, but if Liz joins, like don't talk about that subject because she's friends with Big Mike. I don't want to like upset anyone. So yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, let me tell you guys a quick sexcapade story then.
Lord.
Yeah, it's a quickie. But there was a guy that I used to date back in the day, like when I was in my 20s. And so when I got in my 40s, I ran into him again. And he was like, hey, you need to come to my place. I'll make you dinner. We'll have a great time. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going. Because I remembered him and he was great, And so I was like, all right, cool, And so he lived in a great, really beautiful area of Fresno. And so I go to his house, I drive over and he has dinner waiting for me, fireplace on, the whole works. Everything was just perfect. And so after a while, after drinks and everything, he's like, okay, let's, go upstairs. And so I'm like, all right, let's go. So we get upstairs and we start, messing around, doing our thing or whatever. And everything's flowing perfectly. Everything's flowing so good. And then all of a sudden, when it gets time for the penetration part, he gets up out of the bed, goes to the dresser, pulls out a dildo, and comes back to the bed and says, oh, I didn't tell you, but my shit doesn't work. So Big Ben is going to take care of you tonight.
Hey,
I would have taken it out of his hand and shoved it up his ass.
By the way, sorry to interrupt. I think Liz is here. Liz, unmute yourself if you can.
Hey, Liz.
Hold on. She walked into it.
Hello.
Hey, Liz.
Y'all,
Hi,
y'all on
Liz.
speaker. I got my 12-year-old in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was Lana. I apologize for our
Oh,
listeners.
I knew what I was walking into.
I'm gonna just say hi real quick, but listen, Shabooty, I gotta end it real quick. So
No, it's okay. I'm only here for 5 minutes and then I
all
have
right,
to bounce.
guys, you have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye,
Okay.
JLP.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
JLP. Hey, Liz.
Hey, oh my gosh, long time.
I know you haven't been on here in so long.
No, I'm like old now.
How are you
True.
doing, Liz? You look fantastic.
Thank you. I wish I 100% felt that way, but yes.
Yeah.
No,
What kind
I'm
of
good.
what kind of a super fan am I if I didn't know about your tattoo of your daughter's name on your back?
It is not Ralph Lauren. It is Riley Leanne, by the way. But you know what's so funny is like I forgot how much I went and archived on my profile, and because of your post, Shabooty, I went and unarchived a lot. I was like, wait, that was always on my profile. No, I took a lot off. No Ralph Lauren, Riley Leanne.
Mhm. Yeah, it's funny when I drive people nuts because like I'm the T King, which all my shit's like real, but then I like doing like satire and sarcastic posts, and people think I'll become serious. So I like mix it up, but people don't know when I'm serious and when I'm like fucking around.
Listen, I just know when I go to your page, the tea is real.
True, but I like to pull. I also like to pull people's chain or whatever. But what was I gonna say? I forget. But shit. Now I'm talking to my favorite person. Now I'm having a brain fart. But anyway, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since you've been on here. But yeah, our podcast is still going on. We actually have like ads on our podcast now, so we're growing and stuff.
You're doing good. You're growing. I got my daughter and my bestie in the car. We know who bestie is. You're on speaker.
Who's bestie?
Hi, bestie.
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, welcome to the madness.
True. Yeah, George is out of town, so this is a rare episode where he's not here.
Yeah, he's gonna be
always-
mad.
He always, baby, are you coming, Riley? Wait, can you guys see me on this video? Because I thought this was not
No.
No, it's just audio.
Oh, cool. Okay. We're at the Dollar Tree, baby. No, I didn't get a deep freezer. I got a stand-up freezer on my balcony. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go buy frozen cups to pour my
Frozen
beer
bugs.
in.
Freeze.
No, yeah, how's everybody been?
Good. Did you see are you excited for the Other Way trailer that
So
leaked?
I just saw that Other Way was coming out, so I know what comes up after that.
Mhm.
But yes, I'm very excited to see Jenny and Summit again. And yeah.
True. And but you could give a rat's ass about what Luke and Madeline.
I only know, I haven't seen the trailer, but so the thing is like we all know I don't watch, well, you at least know that I don't watch the show unless Ty is on it because we're besties, and then, or Kim because we're besties, or if it's a season that I'm filming because I watch it all at the end, or if I pillow talk. Other than that, I don't watch the show. I watched one episode of Hunt for Love and that was it.
Like, did you? And speaking of Kim, like, you ever see when I post the photo of like there's a doppelganger of her, like a younger woman that looks like her, and then have you seen that photo?
But it would fit a whole can. Yeah, no, it looks like her.
Yeah, it was weird. Like last time I posted it, Kim's used to my antics, so I don't think she's really like that. But she's used to it, like my antics, so she's not really bothered by it anymore. But then it was weird. The last time I posted that photo of like that younger woman that looks like Kim, one of like George's co-hosts like had a big freak out in Kim's behalf, and she was like, you still have an opportunity to take that down. And I was like, don't fucking police my content. It's a fucking satirical post of a doppelganger. Don't get all butthurt in behalf of Kim. Kim is a grown ass woman. She can handle it. So it was weird that like George's co-host was going after my neck.
I mean, she hasn't said anything to me, but also we haven't been able to talk as much recently, because we're definitely busy with our own stuff. But I mean, everybody has a job to do, so
No, but that's what's so beautiful about you is like you have a good sense of humor, and it's like hard, you always roll with the punches and shit with like memes and shit like that.
I don't mind it. I just like I don't have enough time to go like online and like fight things or whatever. I'm like, cool, I'm still viral, guys.
Yeah, see, like you don't shit just like flows off you like the like water off a duck's back. But somebody like Jasmine, for example, like I'll do something and then there'll be like a reactionary post after something I posted from Jasmine on the low. So I always get under her skin.
So the thing is I feel like if you have the time to reply, you have the time to have something to hide.
Mhm.
Is how I feel about certain things. So I just stay in my own space. I got too much going on. I work.
Yeah,
I see
You
things
stay in your own
written.
lane.
I'm
like
like,
like
I'm like, fuck it. You talking about
mhm.
me? I feel loved.
Like speaking of work, like what's with that? What's the deal with the lady that's like your super fan or whatever?
So she comes in every Tuesday. She's
Hmm.
very sweet, by the way. But
Hmm.
also too, it's like if I'm working, I don't really have a lot of time to like talk or do anything. Yes, I'll bring a basket. I don't have time to like talk or and like I'm working,
Hmm.
and I'm bartending and I'm serving and like there's like two of us on the floor. Um, so but yeah, she comes in, she's super sweet. She's not the only one that comes in to talk to me every Tuesday night on Naughty Bingo, but but it is one of those. It's like, okay, there's a time like I think the only thing that I want people to like understand is like you're a customer and you're a guest. I'm gonna treat you with respect and I'm very kind and loving and stuff, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna go anywhere from there.
Hmm.
So, because it's like once you cross the boundary, or like I mean, I can show many DMs on my end of like, you don't reply back, or if you reply one back time, they get offended that you don't keep the conversation going. I'm not obligated to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You shouldn't have to do that.
No, yeah. And she's super sweet. And she always tips 20% if it's just me and 30% if I have to tip out other people. But like, I do have other people that come in and they're like, oh, okay, like, let me buy you a drink. No, you cannot buy me a drink. Like,
Hmm.
like also my drinks are free, but I will add a drink to your tab, obviously. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's one of those of like, there's always going to be boundaries. And I love that people come in and I love that people want to meet me and stuff. But yeah, there still is like people who are like, oh, like I want to be your friend and like, like let's hang out. Like no, you know?
No, I
Yeah.
don't know you.
Yeah, I've learned that through like my 10,000 hours of training where like because I've like done before 90 Day existed, before I've ever watched like one episode of 90 Day, I was in, like I've done a lot of like celebrity interviews, like backstage, all that type of shit. But then I've always learned it's like as exciting as it is to like interview a celebrity and even be friends with them. It's like after you interview them, blah blah blah. It's like and you're backstage and they're being really nice. Like at some point, I always like I always kind of even if they like me and they think I'm cool and funny and blah blah
No,
blah.
that stalker that you and I talked about in Dallas,
Mhm.
Booney dude or whatever. Okay, I did a cameo. You paid for another one. Like you paid me for a job. We're never gonna be friends. Like,
Yeah. But
like
yeah, but I always err on the side of like not being in people's hair, even if like I'm friends with somebody. Like I'm not gonna like linger around too much. Like yeah, because it's like there's always the future. Like tonight, okay, we're not gonna hang
Somebody's
out
still
for
waiting
five.
for a future.
I know, you mean you and I? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's like I'm not gonna like be in your hair for 5 hours. But hopefully we'll see each other in the future or something. Who knows?
So, Liz, I have a question for you. Since you live so close to me, I'm
Wait,
not going to
really? Where
stalk
are
you.
you?
I'm in Canada, but I live in Vancouver. Are you ever? I never see any posts in Vancouver. Are you ever going to hop on this side?
So I am actually my passport expires in 6 months. So I'm going to renew it. And I'm so close here that I've lived in Washington before, by the way. And with my daughter's dad, and I, conceived her here. Um, but like living here before, I never like lived everything up. And I know like no matter where I go or where I move to, I putting myself out there to go do experiences. So definitely going to Canada is on my highlight my list.
On your bucket list? Okay.
Yes, definitely. I'm renewing my passport right now. I want to go to Canada. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere for the next couple of years. So it's definitely one of those things where it's like I want to, and like when I lived in San Diego, sorry, I'm smelling candles. I'm at the Dollar Tree. Um, when I lived in San Diego, I was crossing over every day to TJ and lived there. So I'm excited to kind of like see that side over here.
Oh. Yeah, Vancouver's very pretty.
I'm
If you need
excited.
any like recommendations, just let Shabooty know, and then I will recommend some spots or anything like that you should see. I'm not gonna go with you unless you want me to, but I'm not gonna
This is
force
an
anything.
invitation. Hey, listen, a friend of
No, but
Shabooty's
I'll
is
just
a
be
friend
like,
of
oh,
mine.
this is where you need to go.
Well,
This is where you need to go.
Gina met Colty's mom in Vancouver.
I forgot she's out there. Ooh, we should do a whole thing.
Yeah.
Maybe, hey, Bradley, we're about to leave. Did you find everything you need? Anyway, I
by
could
the way-
only pop in here for a minute, so I got like another minute.
Okay. Oh, then before you go, because I always like post Instagram stories and shit, but I don't know if you actually like read them or whatever. Did you read my dream I had the other day about like Ed?
I saw it posted, but then I didn't go and like further it. Let me
Okay,
tell you, I'm so far removed from.
No, it was a stupid dream, but it was funny though. You should.
I'm
I'll
probably gonna
send it
go
to you.
back and read it though. There's times like because like I work or I'm doing my own thing and stuff like that, and I have Riley full time at this moment. That there's
Yeah.
times when I'm able to like decompress and I do catch up on everything. You know me, I text you like days later, like what the heck?
Yeah, no, I try not to like. I try to be selective in my pestering.
Ooh, this one's really cute. I want this one. Dollar Tree has such cute stuff. You can
You
go
sound
there.
like Jasmine.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, listen, I'm a thrift shopper. I don't even buy my clothes brand new.
True. Well,
Um,
that's why you're a woman of the people. You're so relatable. You know.
Love it. Okay, but I really do have to go.
Okay.
But I am free next Friday. I can jump back on, but I do miss being able to interact with the people.
True. Well, yeah, you always have open invites, so you try to come back next Friday. Then we talk to you longer with the whole crew.
Yes, and then I'll get on
Yes.
earlier. Pickle Pringles. Okay, I gotta
Pickle
go.
Pringles,
The
that's all I
family's
heard.
waiting. The family's waiting for me. Love you
Okay.
guys.
All
I'll
right, it was
talk to
great.
you guys
Have a good
soon.
night.
Every
All right,
best
much love.
Riley, say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Much love. That was cool, right?
Yep.
Okay, that was awkward though. Lana was telling like a dildo story, and then Liz pops on with her crew. So yeah, that was a little awkward, but yeah. Anyway, that was exciting to talk to Liz and hear from her.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Oh,
this is gonna be a funny, this is gonna be an interesting episode on the playback because it's like we had the 90-day topics, we had the strip club reviews, we had the world exclusive tea from Shabooty, then we had like Liz pop on where I was like, everyone shut the fuck up about the previous tea because I don't want Liz to hear that.
Well, she could just go back and listen to the playback. If she does, then she'll know.
Well, hopefully she doesn't listen to the playback of that section. Oh, but by the way, real quick too, did you know have you, I think I posted a couple of Instagram stories about it, but like Spotify now, it doesn't, I mean, it takes a little bit, a few hours to like populate, but Spotify now will like go back and listen to the whole show with the AI or whatever, and then it'll like create chapters automatically. So then you
I've
can like,
seen that. I've seen that because like what
Mhm.
always cracks me up when I'm having like a hard day or whatever is I'll go back and listen to that barn, just
Mhm.
the strip club reviews on the barn, and I'm like cracking up laughing. So I'll just go re-listen to that, and it's like by chapters. I'm like, oh my. And even like on George's one, like when we host like the Love Island one or whatever, or pop
Mhm.
culture one, it's all broken down by chapters. I'm like, oh, okay, look at Spotify go.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Everyone check that out. Usually, like after I upload a new episode, I mean, it doesn't like instantly populate, but come back like a couple hours later or whatever, and then Spotify will like break up the show into chapters. And so, like, if you had a favorite segment that we did and you want to like share it or listen to it back again to that specific segment or find it again, even it's a lot easier to like find
To
that specific
navigate
part.
it.
Yeah. So anyway, Lana, before we ended, if sorry to like sorry that I interrupted you earlier, but anyway, if you want to talk, Lana, before we end it, go ahead.
You just have to unmute yourself, Lana, because you are a co-host.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
guys,
there she
I'm
is.
back.
Hey, Lana.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys the ending of that real quick.
Yes.
So anyway, when he pulled that thing out, I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned because he was eating the kitty. He was doing everything. I mean, I was ready. I was ready for the finale, you know? And then he pulls that goddamn thing out. I was stunned. I have never in my life had a man do that ever in my life. So I was stunned.
Like, I'd be like, how many like JJs has that been? Like, how many?
And he had a name for it. So how many bitches did he put that in?
Exactly.
He had a name for it. And then to top it off, I was thinking to myself, dude, if you know you can't perform, shouldn't you have said that before the act started? You know what I mean? I mean, shouldn't you have said something? And I still went through with it, guys. I still went all the way through with it. It was
he like a 1 minute man?
No, he couldn't perform. So his Big Ben did the work.
But by the way,
well,
Lana,
then was his name Ben, but little Ben, and
no, his name was Chris. His name was Chris. So I have no idea why the damn thing was called Big Ben. It was big.
By the way, Lana, did you ever talk to like the janitor from your last story or something?
No, I never did.
Okay.
But you know what's weird is those places where a lot of the action happens, he decided he's going to get rid of them.
What do you mean?
My boss, he's going to take those off of the Airbnb.
Take what off?
Those are the fun ones.
Yeah, those are the fun ones, the 5-unit ones. That's where all the action happens.
Oh.
That's where all the drug paraphernalia is on the tables.
The missing
hiding
lady.
in closets.
Yes.
Those are all the good ones.
Yes, those are all the good ones. When my manager called me and told me, I was like, what the hell is that about? Those suckers are money makers. They stay booked, all 5 of them.
By the way, if it's okay, let me backtrack for 1 second. So when Liz was on, was she with her like man?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, she was with her dude, and it was awkward because I was like, I didn't know exactly what she was alluding to, but I assume he was there. But then also that made me like a little self-conscious of like, oh, if he's there, should I like not do my typical shtick?
No, Shabooty, I think that was more awkward for him because she did not call him her man. She called him her bestie.
Yeah.
I think that was awkward for him. And when she hung up, believe me, he asked her that. Why did you call me your bestie? You know, because you're talking to your bestie Shabooty. So now all of a sudden I'm just your bestie.
Well, yeah, in the future, though, I would prefer to talk to Liz without her bestie listening so I could ask whatever the fuck I want, even though I asked whatever the fuck I wanted anyway. But anyway.
But you have to take what you can get. You have to take what you can get.
True, but if I know her like bestie, aka man, aka fiance, I guess, if he's listening, then obviously I would probably like not put it on his, not put the, not put it on too thick, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, because you can't do Shabooty when she's got her man sitting right next to her.
Yeah, because I don't want to make her awkward and then make myself, and then I don't want. And then he's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" I assume he's aware of me because how could you not be? No, I'm kidding.
Of course, of course. She literally jumped on your live.
Yeah.
But why would she just call him like her fiance?
No, because she can't spoil it. She can't talk about like her personal life if she's gonna be.
That's right. That's right.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Okay.
Well, because you had posted the her working with, didn't you or no?
And usually I don't post about her just because, as a courtesy of her, I don't spill her tea.
Yeah, but you just told us that you knew something was going on with Liz, but you weren't going to spill it until you talked with her and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell my Patreon subscribers, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
but anyways, no, I mean, that's pretty wildly known what went down with her situation. So yeah, it's more than a situationship, it sounds like, if you know what I mean. But
Right.
anyways, but it was cool to talk to her, and it was then I guess Riley was there.
It was. I love hearing Liz's voice because no matter what she's going through, she's just always so positive.
Yeah, she's a beacon of like positivity to me.
She is.
Though I will say I like you know, to me she's like an angel. So like I have nothing bad to say about her. Though
She's a breath of fresh air.
yeah, she's a breath of fresh air. Though I will the one thing is I imagine if you fuck with her, like her temper will flare up. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
She's
not
like my
that's not
sister.
me. That's not me knocking her. That's just me saying like don't fuck with Liz, basically.
That's right. Yeah, the quiet ones will let you have it if you mess with them and you take them too far.
True, yeah. Like there's few cast members where it's like they have a really good sense of humor and like it all rolls off they roll with the punches. So like Liz laughs, everything rolls with the punches, rolls off her back, and like Statler's the same way, laughs at all my shit. So those are the ones. If you're ever curious which cast members have a good sense of humor, it's the ones that like that like me because I could handle like comedy, you know.
Right.
So
the dark sense of humor.
yeah. So anyway, I feel like we did a pretty eclectic show and a decent amount with even though George wasn't here, and Captain filled in nicely. So I feel like we did an interesting show. I'm actually really excited to listen to the playback just because it's kind of like the most random show we did almost. Do you agree?
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
And
like
Liz
George
for
would
the
have me
surprise at
like,
the end was fantastic.
yeah, George is gonna be mad.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I listened to this on the plane, and it was like, damn, y'all did a great job.
It's like he's gonna be mad because Liz showed up and he wasn't here, and
Missed
no, yeah,
out.
hopefully we can get Liz back next Friday because it's been like months since she's been on. So that was a breath of fresh air. Anyway, so I feel like we should end it short and sweet, even though we still did some more, a couple hours at least. So, all right, should I end it?
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
All right, cool. I'm going to do my outro. Thank you, everybody, for listening to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on
Friday.
Peace out, everybody.
Night, night.